What is going on, guys? This is Apex the Entertainer, and my God, prepare to be so entertained. We're looking at Marvel Snap once again. Specifically today, we're going to talk about card progression. We're going to talk about how the cards themselves progress because they each have their own individual chain that you build up as you go, and they get cosmetic effects added, as long as progression within the game. So that's how we continue to build our collection, what we get as we win games or lose games. And just overall how you continue to get more and more characters in this game, because that's what it's all about. We love to collect. They give you that drive. Got to chase that. Got to chase that feeling. Chase it. All right, so let's hop on over. We're going to take a look here. We're going to start inside of the collection. So I got a couple different things that I want to talk to you guys about this evening, or whatever time it is for you guys. I hope that you're having a great day regardless. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to start with some card basics, specifically, again, regarding artwork. The artwork is phenomenal. It's absolutely phenomenal. They did a great job across the board with making sure that all of the cards are very aesthetic. I don't think anybody got, passed over as far as putting real quality and time and effort into building their character design. So that's great, right? No matter what your favorite character is, regardless if it's Deathlock or Strong Guy, or if it's, I don't know, Squirrel Girl? Is it Squirrel Girl? Really? Are you sure? And like I said earlier, I am going to talk about how you progress step to step. So to start with the basics, there are 6 different steps. So you start as a common gray border card. You progress to green from there, which is uncommon, blue, which is rare, purple, which is epic, yellow, which is legendary, red-ish, which is ultra, give you an ish on that one, and then infinity, which we'll talk about that later. But the plan today is that I'm going to show you guys kind of a step-by-step. Again, each of them have their own progression, right? So almost like an evolution, and they each get an added cosmetic effect as you go. But before I show you guys what that looks like step by step, I'm going to do as many as I can for you guys today so you can kind of see each of those effects one at a time. But previous to that, I want to talk a little bit about the upgrade process and what it means. So in order to upgrade a card, you need something called credits, and you need something called boosters. I'm going to give you guys a very quick breakdown on what these do. Boosters themselves, the blue ones, that is your universal currency, right? So I call that the chase currency because that applies to every single card. So while you do get a lot just through gameplay, which I'll talk about a little bit more later, or possibly in another video. But what you'll notice is that you do get a lot of credits just playing the game, but you also spend a lot of credits. Boosters are not universal. Boosters are specific to each character. So quick breakdown on boosters. Essentially, every single time that you play, you get boosters for a randomly chosen character inside of your deck. And that is RNG based, but the nice part is what that means is that if you take a character that you really like and you just want to really max them out, then just keep playing with them, and you're bound to get their boosters eventually, and then slowly but surely you can progress. You'll notice that the cost of progressing does continuously get higher as you go. So here on the common to uncommon jump, you spend 25 credits and 5 boosters. Nice and cheapski for that first jump. But I did want to focus on something that's really important for you guys, something that I wish I would have learned just slightly early. I had barely gotten into the game when I discovered this because, again, I mean, you guys can tell I definitely took some time to analyze things as I went. When it comes to efficiency, I want to talk about how this cost scales with how much collection level you receive. So I'll go on a quick tangent here and talk about collection level. This is a very, very important part of the game. To give you guys a brief overview, collection level is a progressive chain that you build over time, and this is kind of the lifeblood of the game, right? You want to continue to build this up, and you'll unlock cards, mystery cards, which, ooh, baby, right? Love a good mystery. But it's great because this is basically the acquisition layout for this game. This is how you continuously build your collection, and it's a nice change of pace from packs. And I know it's crazy to say that because trust me, I love packs as much as anybody else. But you still get that feel, right? That feel of discovering something new, being like, damn, I've been waiting for this card. I saw it somewhere, whatever it may be. You still feel that progression, right? So you still have that chance to get that pump off of, get that pump, that absolute pump So you still have that chance, right? So I love it. I think they did a great job on this. So again, that's just a quick breakdown. So everything that you do in this game, depending on the kind of player you are, I guess, right, is to continuously keep getting these collection points. It's actually built into 4 different pools. So this is, I dare say, going to be endless, right? It's potentially, assuming that second dinner and this game continue to stick around, which I don't see any reason why they wouldn't. This will continue to grow in that 4th pool. But essentially, 2 quick things, and I will expand more on collection level in another video. But you get these by upgrading cards. And secondly, as you progress and as you get into different pools, card acquisition will become more difficult. So the point that I wanted to make is that you'll notice a cheaper cost as you progress. So common to uncommon is 25 and 5. Uncommon to rare is 110. Now that's for 2 collection level. So again, the key here, you'll notice that when you go common to uncommon, for 1 collection level, you're only spending 25 credits. However, for uncommon to rare, you are spending 100 credits, 4 times the amount of credits, still only double the boosters, right? Give them something. But on top of that, it's worth noting that you're only going to get 2 collection levels. So if you want to be the absolute most efficient, then you may find yourself wanting to make sure that you progress these common cards first, right? Making sure that you focus on those guys and maybe save the end tier or the higher tier evolutions for later in the game. When you've kind of hit cap on some of your early stuff. It's just going to be the most efficient way to get as many new characters as possible. It's certainly what I've been doing, but as you can guess, you play it however you want to play it. Just have a good time. So outside of that, let's hop right into the main content, the main entertainment here. We're going to do 1 of each evolution just so you guys can get an idea. This will be a first reveal for me as well, so I'm just as excited as you are. I know you're brimming with enthusiasm. I'm very excited, so this will be fun to see it with you guys. Obviously, spoiler alert, right? A little bit of a spoiler here. If you do want to see these yourself, if you want to progress your cards yourself, I completely understand. I'm going to try to put timelines in this video so that you guys can skip around as you please. But nonetheless, we're going to get started with this base Star-Lord that I've got. We're going to upgrade him to uncommon. Now, the first step, uncommon, is a frame break. So as I said, you have a different cosmetic effect each time that you progress. So in this case, the character portrait will break the frame. It's actually one of my favorite ones, surprisingly enough, that it's the first one. I just think it has a really fun effect. They extend that character portrait and then it passes through the frame. So let's take a look at Star-Lord. Ooh, baby, what do we got? That is real nice. I really like that, actually. I do. You'll find with some of them that they just don't break the frame in the way that you hope, right? Like they'll have like a giant tail, and that giant tail somehow stays in the frame instead of coming out. So every once in a blue moon, amongst all the dubskis that this game comes with, they take it down from time to time. But like this is a perfect example, right? The blaster coming off the side, beautiful, gorgeous. All right, so again, we spent 25 credits and 5 boosters for that, and we received 1 collection level. So now we'll move on to our next one. We are going to do an uncommon into rare. We're going to do Electra, one of my absolute favorite cards in this game. By the way, she's disgustingly strong. I will be doing a tier list at some point if you want to see that inside of another video. So let's pop her up to rare for 100 credits and 10 boosters. Getting a little spicy for my budget here, but nonetheless, let's do it. So we're going to do, this is a 3D effect. So now what's going to happen is we've already frame broken her. Now we're going to get that background moving separately from the foreground. So that character portrait moves independently, or I should say that background moves independently from that character portrait. This is by far my favorite step, and this is a great example of it because it just adds so much depth, right? You need depth, okay? Depth in people, depth in movies, depth in storylines, and depth in freaking Marvel Snap cards. And that's what we got. We got lots of depth with this 3D effect. Again, absolute favorite one thus far, although I will be revealing one which I have yet to see, which is the Ultra step. Unfortunately, I'm not at Infinity yet, but I will explain it once we get to the end here. So now we're on to our next one. Oh, excuse me. Got ahead of myself. Let's grab 50 quick credits there. We're going to move on to rare into epic, or blue into purple. We're going to take my Craven here, and we're going to bump him up. If you didn't catch it, had to do a little paski there so that I could go get some more credits. So we're gonna bump this guy up. Now this fourth one is a real fun one. You get an animation tied to the character. So we've already got that 3D background, already got that frame break, but now we get an added animated effect. So in this case, you can see we have kind of the waves to his back there, or his mane. My guy's got a mane on him. So again, you kind of see that smoke in the background, that hair movement. I'll be honest, thus far, this is probably the specific category or the specific upgrade level where I was the most excited initially, and the more that I open, the more I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, we'll take it, right? It's, it's because you take the cards and you move them a lot, which if you have this on mobile, you'll notice it even more, the effect that you get out of the 3D movement. It kind of already has that animated feel, so when they add these small animations to it, I don't think the effect hits quite as much as some might expect. But again, as I've stated many times, right, with all of the great things that this game does, there are select few things that I think could be done a little bit better. But I guess all I'm saying is I want those animations to hit a little different. So let's grab our 4 collection level here. We are going to get a mystery card. I don't remember what I'm hoping for, but I have a specific card I'm hoping for. If I see it and it's that card, I promise I'm going to tell you. Sabretooth? That's absolutely sick. So now that we've gone on to epic or purple, our next step is going to be legendary or yellow border, golden, whatever you want to call it. Okay, relax. It's not specific wording. So we're going to take my Quicksilver here. Should be the first card that all you folks got, I believe, if I remember correctly, or amongst some of the first cards that you got. And we're going to go up to legendary. We're looking at a pricey 300 credits and 30 boosters here for 6 collection level. Not a great rate if you ask me, but nonetheless, we're going to knock it out here. So we're going to upgrade my boy Quicksilver to legendary. Now what that is going to add is a shiny logo. I almost forgot what I told you. Shiny logo. So basically they're going to take this nameplate at the bottom and they make it shiny logo. Shiny logo. That guy's voice is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Let's turn that up a little bit. So now you see that Quicksilver nameplate at the bottom there has that shine to it. I'd say if animation is considered my least favorite, we might call this my second least favorite. Because again, this compared to the frame break even, what I will say, as I'm speaking all this negativity, as I'm putting all this negativity out in the air, what I will say is that they did a very good job of stylizing the nameplates themselves, right? So the nameplates have great art, but I just don't know that the shine adds as much effect. Maybe if there was more to it, more animation, maybe an overlay, right? Some sort of an overlay of color or design, it'd be a different story, but to just add that shine, I don't know. It's not bad. It definitely adds to the overall aesthetic of the card, trust me. I'm not saying it's a negative, I'm just saying could be slightly more impactful. 10 boosters, 10 Ant-Man boosters, couldn't care less, baby. All right, now let's take a look here. All right, now let's take a look here, and we're going to go over to the final one that I can do for you folks this morning, afternoon, evening, night. Night? What the hell do you call night? Just night? All right, well, whatever time it is for you. Let's take a look at an Ultra. Now this, ooh, baby, am I excited for this one. I have yet to see an Ultra. As you guys might have gathered, because I didn't want spoilers personally, so funny enough, if you relate to me, you're not currently watching this portion, so I guess I hope that you don't relate to me. I have yet to see this. I don't know what this is going to look like. What I do know is what it's going to do, which is that it is going to animate the border. So let's take a look and see what that looks like. Medusa, one of my favorite card arts, by the way, in this game. Damn. That looks so good. Again, as you can see, we've already gotten the animation on this card. We've already gotten the 3D effect. We've already gotten the broken frame and the shiny nameplate, which actually, this is my favorite shiny nameplate so far. I will say Medusa has a nice nameplate, but has a nice nameplate. You know, look at the nameplate on this one, am I right? But damn, really aesthetic. Really, really like that. So now that we've knocked out everything that I can for you, and you saw that first time reveal of one of my first Ultra. So this was a journey. This was an experience for me. And you guys were here with me for it. Even if it's 2 years later and you're like, damn, I found some failed YouTube channel with 2 videos on it. Then you can go, wow, this video sucks. You go, wow, I took that journey with him. Because this is awesome. This is awesome. Great, great reveal. So now that we've gone through everything that I can go through, let's knock out these 8 collection. Oh, oh, oh man, one shy of another mystery card. We might have to do one more. We might have to do one little common, uncommon, something like that. Shang-Chi. On reveal, destroy all enemy cards at this location that have 9 or more power. I hate that card. I think that card is awful, by the way. I don't know. Maybe I'm being negative, but I hate it. And as we finish this out, I want to cover one other upgrade, right? The last and final upgrade that I'm unable to show you guys this evening. And all I can give you with this one, and I'll put it on my badass carnage as we're talking about this. All I can tell you for this one is that Infinity sounds absolutely ridiculous. Again, I have chosen not to look up anything physically as far as images go because I want to get to experience that myself. But essentially what it's going to do is take the final card. This is the next step after Ultra, which is what you guys saw me do with Medusa. So that next step splits the card into 2 and then resets its rarity back down to common. But the kicker is that one or both of them, I'm not sure yet. I didn't quite figure that out from what I was looking at. Get some sort of a visual effect. And so essentially, we have yet to see exactly what that means. I know that the example that was given and something that I was reading was like a holographic, like almost a rainbow holographic effect in the background of that card. And so then you have a reset common card with this added effect to it that you can then progress from start to finish again. And essentially infinitely, infinitely split into multiple pieces and parts, hence the infinity. So obviously that point of no return concept, or whatever you want to call it, that never ending style, I absolutely love. It may not be for everybody, but I love that feeling that you know this game has quite literally limitless potential as far as collecting and finding every single variation. And I just looked down the road and thinking, man, I could have every infinity variant of every single character, right? And I could get all the different infinity variants, and I don't know how many different infinity effects you can get. Man, oh man, am I gonna be grinding for them. All right, so before we finish out this evening, I'm sorry, I know you just want to spend all evening with me, or morning, or afternoon, or possibly night, just in general, night. We're gonna talk about variants. That'll be the last thing that I cover. Variants, it's a very sweet and simple concept. There's not much to say about this. This is a variation. Get it? Variant, variation. Do you get it? Wordplay. This is a variation of another character. There are different kinds of variants in general. Like there are variants, and then there are pixel variants, and then I also think there's like chibi variants. So I think there's going to be classes of variants, which is super exciting, which also gives Second Din a ton of room to expand, right? And to just continuously grow that total collection base. So that's why I'm so excited for the fact that this just continues to go on. This is what base Odin looks like, and then this is what pixel variant Odin looks like. Very fun. It is worth noting that these also have to be progressed separately, right? Like if I choose to spend the credits, because you can see both of these guys are currently ready to be upgraded. If I choose to spend the credit on one, the credit and boosters, it will be wasted and cannot be used on the other. I'm a weird one, right? Because I think that many would not want to progress both at the same rate, but I am one of those people that's going to do that. That's why I saved Star-Lord here for you guys, and I didn't use the available boosters to continue to try to progress my pixel variant Star-Lord. Again, spoiler alert if you guys wanted to see these yourself. Too late, I guess. Get wrecked. So that's all I've got for you guys this evening. As you can see, the progression offers so much to the user no matter what kind of a gamer you are, right? So essentially, whether you're a collector, you want to be try hard and sweaty and focus on just good cards and keep playing those and progressing those. It offers that incredible artwork, But not just that, it offers that drive to always come back and play more for that next step, right? To go, man, I'm this close to getting my Carnage to his Ultra upgrade, right? I'm this close to seeing that animated border, whatever it may be. So nonetheless, get out there, you friggin' hooligans. Get out there, upgrade some cards, get on the next level. And of course, while you're doing that, like and subscribe to Apex Entertainment, right? Of course, that's what you want to do. But I really do hope that you guys enjoyed the video. And until next time, I appreciate you all.